Today, we're going to be looking at one of the most unique billionaires around, Warren Edward Buffett. Known for looking like everyone's run-of-the-mill great uncle, he's gained a reputation not only for being incredibly rich, but being quite frugal as well. So today, we'll be looking at Warren Buffett and the sort of homes owned by the man deemed the most frugal billionaire in the world, Warren Buffett's Omaha home. Warren Buffett bought the home he currently lives in back in 1958 for $31,500, which is approximately $298,000 when adjusted for inflation. A detail that just makes it all the more enticing to build that time machine. Today, it's reported to be worth around $652,000. Yay, inflating house prices, I guess. But even with such a high price, it's not even up to 0.01% of Buffett's worth, making his home relatively modest. We all know you're really spending like a billionaire when your homes cost at least 0.1% of your net worth. Buffett's home is located in Omaha, Nebraska, a small town that offers a pretty laid-back and relaxed lifestyle, perfect for when he finally retires, which will be any minute now, I'm sure. The house is 6,570 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. It's intricately and delicately furnished with Oriental-style rugs, marble side tables, and vintage-style furniture. In short, it's really pretty. There are various paintings covering the walls of the house, a large bookcase with hundreds of books on display. The floors and staircase are made of wood, and the kitchen is expectedly well-designed, yet relatively simple, and is definitely fancier than mine. When asked why he doesn't buy himself a mansion so big he'd need a golf cart to get around it, paraphrasing of course, Buffett responded, "If I could spend $100 million on a house that would make me a lot happier, I would do it. But for me, that's the happiest house in the world. And it's because it's got memories." Clearly a man who simply doesn't want to spend his money. Warren Buffett's Laguna Beach home. Warren Buffett hasn't always owned just one home. He also owned a vacation house in the famous Laguna Beach, Orange County, California. He purchased the home back in 1971 for $150,000, approximately $1 million when adjusted for inflation. The vacation home is part of a gated community called Emerald Bay, and in true vacation home style, is just a short walk from the beach. It's located in a town with stunning beaches and high cliffs, and the home itself offers plenty of opportunities to enjoy the views. The home comes with a $9,264 annual association fee, granting residents access to amenities like a pool and spa, picnic area, playground, and tennis court. The home was originally built in 1936. It was renovated after being purchased by the Buffett family. The home is 3,588 square feet. Smaller than his home back in Omaha, it comes with 6 bedrooms, all with their own ensuite bathrooms, and an extra bathroom just in case, making 7 bathrooms on the property. The vacation home is secluded and beautifully decorated. It has a lovely patio, its own fireplace, and an open aesthetic, meaning plenty of wide-open windows to enjoy the views. Even the living room opens to the outdoors. As gorgeous as the home is, though, Warren eventually listed it for $11 million in 2017, but eventually had to sell it for $7 million in October 2018. Don't feel too bad for Warren, though. I'm sure he's just glad he got some money. Warren Buffett's investments. Okay, so he might not exactly love to splurge on houses, but if there's one thing he does love to splurge on, though, it's companies. Warren Buffett isn't just the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, and is considered to be one of the most successful investors in the world. A title he didn't earn by pinching any pennies. Under Buffett's leadership, Berkshire Hathaway has made some incredible purchases, including a $3.5 billion purchase of the American Broadcasting Company, purchasing 7% of Coca-Cola stock for $1 billion, and acquiring 5% of stock in Apple for $72 billion, to name a few. In 1998, Berkshire Hathaway bought the company NetJets, an American company that sells fractional ownership in private jets, meaning that if you want to fly in a private jet, but don't want to own one, you can essentially just charter one with NetJets, all for the low price of $5,000 per hour, with a mandatory 25-hour initial subscription, of course. Warren didn't penny pinch very hard with NetJets either, doubling down on his investment by giving them $18 billion, more than enough money to buy private jets for their customer base, an investment that clearly paid off. This might seem a little ironic, considering Buffett's criticism of private jet ownership in the past. Well, it would be ironic if the other thing Warren Buffett likes to splurge on wasn't private jets. Warren Buffett's vehicles. A couple of decades ago, he purchased for himself a Bombardier Challenger 600, a plane worth about $720,000 to $800,000, which he nicknamed the Indefensible because he felt bad about being a bit of a hypocrite. He later changed it to the Indispensable because private jets are just that cool. After purchasing NetJets and acquiring a massive fleet of private jets essentially at his disposal, he sold his Bombardier, seeing as how he now has access to the supersonic planes offered by NetJets. Strangely enough, when it comes to vehicles, Buffett isn't exactly known for spending big. He doesn't own any yachts, nor does he own any helicopters. Even when it comes to cars, his preferred set of wheels never changed for several years. That is, until 2014, when he upgraded from his 2006 Cadillac DTS, a car that didn't exactly scream billionaire, costing around $49,000, to a Cadillac XTS, a car with the same price range. The man clearly loves his Cadillacs. Again, not exactly the sort of car you'd expect a man worth $101 billion to pull up in. But his Cadillac isn't exactly a car you can sneeze at, though. A V6 engine, 304 horsepower vehicle capable of going 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds will definitely get you there. Warren Buffett's charity work. Although personally, I think the final blow to any accusation that Buffett pinches pennies is the way he absolutely throws money, and I mean flings money at charities. It's reported that Buffett has donated $42 billion to charity. He's the top philanthropist in the United States and also created the Giving Pledge, along with Bill and Melinda Gates. Billionaires who join the Giving Pledge promise to give away most of their money to charity in their lifetime or when they die. Members of the Giving Pledge include Mackenzie Scott, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Michael Bloomberg. After founding and joining the Giving Pledge, Warren Buffett has, despite his best effort, failed to give away all or even most of his money. Turns out giving away all your money is pretty hard, and it sure doesn't help Warren Buffett is just that good at making more of it, suffering from success, I guess. Warren Buffett has donated to several charitable organizations over the years. He's donated to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, an organization that needs no introduction. It's gotten charitable endeavors ranging from developing vaccines around the world to fostering education. Buffett even pledged to leave 85% of his wealth to the foundation in 2006. Buffett even founded the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, named after his late wife, who passed away in 2004. The foundation funds scholarships for college students from Nebraska and grants to colleges and universities in the United States. Ultimately, is it fair to call Warren Buffett frugal? He lives in a massive home most people can't even afford to step into. He's a prolific investor that has acquired several businesses during his lifetime. He's donated and is still donating a substantial amount of his wealth to charity. And he has an entire fleet of private jets at his command. Calling him frugal at this point is a bit of a stretch. Calling him frugal for a billionaire might still be stretching it. Calling him frugal for a centibillionaire, now that's something I can get behind. Agree or disagree about his alleged penny-pinching ways if you want, but there's one thing you can't deny. Warren Buffett is one of the most unique billionaires out there. So what do you think about Warren Buffett's homes? Is he as frugal as they say? Please, let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do leave us a like.